They told me Tower 7 was decommissioned. After what happened up there, the mimicry, the thing that copied my voice, the rake staring through the windows, I assumed that was the end of it. I wasn't planning on ever going back, but a few weeks ago I got a call from someone I hadn't heard from since I quit. Officer Liam, Forest Service, said they'd had reports from that sector, voices, movement, something about a hunter who came back from the woods mumbling, "There's someone in the tower." The guy hadn't spoken since. "You know that area better than anyone," Liam said. "We need eyes on it. Just a day trip." I told him no. Then I drank half a bottle of bourbon, woke up with my boots on, and found myself halfway up the road to Tower 7. I parked 2 miles from the trailhead, took the rest on foot. The forest felt different, thicker, heavier, like walking through cobwebs you couldn't see. I didn't hear a single bird. I knew I was close when the trees opened into the clearing. Tower 7 stood like it always had. Old, narrow, 40 feet tall, iron legs rooted in the soil. But the moment I saw it, something twisted in my gut. The hatch at the top was open. I climbed the ladder slow. Every step groaned. At the top, I stepped inside. It smelled wrong. The whole room stank of metal, wet leaves, and something sweet, like rot left in the sun. My cot was there, but not my sheets. Someone had been sleeping here. Recently. There were food wrappers, an empty water bottle, a notebook on the desk. It wasn't mine, but the handwriting in it was. I flipped through the pages, hands shaking. Most of it was gibberish. The last page said, "Don't go under. They don't want us to go under." That's when I noticed it. A seam in the floor. It was in the far corner, a perfect square cut into the old planks, maybe 3 feet across. A hatch I'd never seen before. No hinges. Just a ring embedded in the wood, and 4 bolts holding it shut with rusted iron braces. It was cold near it, ice cold. I could see my breath. In July, I didn't open it. Not that day. Instead, I checked the trail cam I had mounted years ago. The casing was cracked, the lens shattered, but the card was gone. Something took it. I slept in my truck that night, left the tower lights on, woke up to movement on the infrared monitor, something on the deck. I played the clip 5 times. It wasn't the Wendigo, not the Rake. It was me, standing still, face pressed to the glass, eyes blacked out by the glare. Only I'd been in the truck. I went back up the tower the next morning, rifle in hand. The hatch was unbolted. The metal braces were still on the floor, but the bolts had been sheared off, like someone had twisted them out barehanded. I stood over the hatch, heart hammering. I should have left right then, but I opened it. A rush of air hit my face, freezing cold and old. Like opening a tomb, a metal ladder descended into pure black. I shined my light. Stone walls, no bottom in sight. The first rung creaked under my boot. I don't know how far down I went. 50 feet, maybe more. The walls turned from stone to smooth metal, carved with deep grooves. Symbols. Some looked like letters, but bent the wrong way, overlapping, like they were written for something with more than 2 eyes. I reached the bottom. A tunnel stretched out in both directions. Dirt floor. No smell, but I could feel something, like static in my teeth. Then the whispering started. It wasn't English, not words, but it had rhythm, cadence, like language being played backwards through a broken speaker. I turned to climb back up, and saw a shape at the end of the tunnel. It was crawling, pale, fast, not the Rake, not the Wendigo, something else, something worse. I ran, didn't think, just bolted up the ladder, slammed the hatch, tried to bolt it shut, but the braces were gone. I backed away, rifle ready. Nothing came out. Not yet. That night I tried to radio for help. Static. Then, "Don't send anyone, I'm fine." It was my voice, just like before. "I'm going back down." It's calling. I didn't sleep. Just sat on the floor with the lights off, watching the hatch. At 3:12 a.m., it opened. Slowly. Nothing came through. But I saw the light, a red glow rising from the tunnel like burning fog. Something moved inside it. A figure. Tall, thin, antlers, the Wendigo. But it didn't climb up. It stood there, watching me. Then it turned and ran. I heard something scream from the tunnel. Not loud, not angry, just wrong, like 1,000 animal sounds mashed together. I bolted. I didn't take the trail. I crashed through the woods like a man on fire, ran straight to the ranger station. No one believed me. They said the tower wasn't in use, that it burned down last year, that no one was assigned to it. Not me, not anyone. They pulled up satellite footage, just trees, no tower. But I know what I saw. And now, I think I brought something back with me. Every night since, I hear the same thing beneath my floorboards, tapping, just like in the tower. And sometimes, around 3:12 a.m., I smell that cold air again and hear the hatch creak open. I shouldn't have gone back.